there, thanks so much for joining us. Today we're going to talk about how to do fast makeup for summer. If you have ever participated in one of my classes, you know that the most common question that I get at the end of the class is, okay, how can we do all of that in less than 15 minutes? So this is especially for you, okay, tennis friends, this is your request, I'm doing it for you. They want to start with your skincare. That is very important. I am amazed when I find out how many women are not using their skincare or even washing their face at night. That is the best thing you can do other than wearing sunscreen to prevent aging and make sure that your skin stays beautiful and looking youthful for the longest amount of time. So we're going to start with a clean face, so you have already washed your face. Then I always like to use a floral hydrosol. This is just one that I make for my company. This is an orange blossom base with essential oil. So basically just shake it up. You've got a clean face. You're just going to spritz your face. That smells so good. And then you're going to let that sit on the skin for just a second. And then you're going to follow up with your moisturizer or serum. I personally prefer that you use a serum and layer if it's in the drier months. A serum is like your specialist. Think about it. If you have a cold and you go to your physician, he's your general practitioner, he will take care of it. Unless it's something that is more specific or more serious, then he's going to refer you to a specialist. So that's the way I like to look at skincare. Your moisturizer or cream for your face is your general practitioner. Your serum is your specialist. Serums are for more targeted treatment. A lotion or a moisturizer, the molecule is fairly large, so it can only penetrate through one layer of skin. Whereas a serum is made from smaller molecules and it will penetrate through 3 layers of skin. So it's going to be great to target things such as hyperpigmentation. Of course, it's got to have certain ingredients in it, but things that are going to be deeper in your UVA ray damage, that's the stuff that's going to give you really the brown spotting and the hyperpigmentation. So a serum is going to be much more effective at reaching the depth of the skin where those issues are. In addition, a serum, most of the serums on the market have antioxidants in them, which are very important. Right now, when you're out during the day, even if you have on your BB cream or whatever it is that says it's got a little bit of SPF in it, that is not enough, especially to fight environmental aggressors such as pollution, the sun, smoke. You need to have the extra protection that antioxidants can give. So most of the serums, this is a serum that I make, that I will put on and just take a couple of drops. So after you've misted your face with hydrosol, you're just going to press your serum into your skin, and that's going to give you a little bit of extra protection from the environmental factors. And studies recently conducted also state that this helps give you a little boost. The antioxidants help your sunscreen. It helps to give you more sun protection. So it's not really a sunscreen, but it works in conjunction with your sunscreen to give you an additional layer of protection while it's feeding your skin. So we have cleansed, toned, and moisturized our skin. The next thing we're going to do is go for your complexion perfector. So in the winter time, I like to wear a foundation, still a very light foundation. My prospect or view in relation to makeup is supposed to enhance the natural beauty that every woman has. It shouldn't look like a mask. So if you're looking to have a full face of makeup that looks like makeup, then this is not going to be the tutorial for you. So in the wintertime, yes, we will wear a foundation, but in the summertime, it's more, the air is heavier. Typically, you've got a lot more humidity, so you want to have less product on the skin. So in the summertime, I like to recommend either a tinted moisturizer or a very lightweight foundation. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my favorites. As far as drugstore brands go, I have 2 favorites. The first one is by Garnier. It's their BB cream. This is the Skin Renew Miracle Skin Perfector. The shade is medium to deep. This is a really pretty product. It's got SPF 15. The only downside to it is that for my personal preference, I think it has a little bit too much luminosity. So you can see how it's got a little iridescence on it. So if I put that all over my face, I feel like it tends to have the look of shine. But I do want it to brighten the face, so I like to use that. But then what I'll do, if it's too shimmery for me, is mix it with my other favorite, which is Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream. This is fantastic. It has an SPF of 30. It is not as dewy looking as the Garnier product. This product is has titanium dioxide in it, so this does have broad spectrum UVA. Sometimes I will actually mix these two together. This shade is medium/deep sheer tint. I'm a level 4 Fitzpatrick, and I find that this is just a tad bit dark for me. So I might mix a little bit of the Skin Renew from Garnier with it to lighten it up and get a little bit of the iridescence. So those are my favorite BB creams from drugstores. Now when you're looking at prestige products, there are a couple of brands that I love. I have a couple of products here that I'm going to share with you. And if you have watched many of my tutorials or read any of my articles, I am the Atlanta Beauty and Health Examiner for theexaminer.com, have been since 2009. So if you haven't read any of my articles, please go to examiner.com and you can look me up under Spa and Beauty. If you read my articles, you'll find that there are 3 brands that I refer to over and over and over again. Laura Mercier, Hourglass, and Mirabella. In my opinion, those are the 3 best brands on the market, especially if you are somebody that is more natural and you're concerned about using products that are clean and good for the environment. I don't have a lot of harsh chemicals in them. My product that I've been using the longest is Laura Mercier's Tinted Moisturizer. This is her Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. Laura Mercier has had the #1 selling tinted moisturizer in the world for 10 years. So obviously that is a very fantastic product. Feels very light on the skin. It doesn't give a lot of coverage, but it looks very natural. The Illuminating product is a really pretty product, but it doesn't give a lot of coverage. It's just more for brightening. So this is good to use either alone, or you can use it with your foundation and just pick the areas of the face that you want to highlight. But I love this product. This is really great. My second product that I wear a lot in the summertime is by Mirabella. This is their cream to powder, skin tint cream to powder. It is a very lightweight foundation, has the coverage very similar to that of a tinted moisturizer. It is not buildable. So if you are someone that wants to cover blemishes or acne or spotting, any type of hyperpigmentation, this is not the product for you. It is solely meant just to even out the skin. Cream that dries to a powder finish. It's great for the summertime so that it gives more of a matte finish when we're prone to having shine in the T-zone. You can see that it does come with a sponge, but I took my sponge out because I don't believe in using sponges. They spread bacteria and they use too much product. So if I use this product, I use a blending brush. This is Mirabella's Face Blender brush. So what you do is you just tap it in here. So do it about 3 times and then press it on one side of my face. Not blending it in yet, just touching it on the face. Then go back, do it again, then do the other side. Then I'm going to blend it all over, and that's all you need. It is not buildable, remember that. So the more you apply, it's going to feel heavy to the skin. Oh, the other bonus about this product is if you've listened to any of my videos or articles or you've been in any of my classes, you know that I am a huge proponent of primer. I would never skip my primer. I refer to it as my caulk. That is the thing that's going to fill in any fine lines, enlarged pores or blemishes, and give you more of a flawless canvas. This product is a silicone-based product. So when I use this, I don't have to use my primer. So that helps to speed up the process a little bit. So we have cleansed, toned, and moisturized our skin. We have put our base on. I'm going to share my last favorite tinted moisturizer with you. This is by Hourglass. It is called Illusion. It is their tinted moisturizer. It has a little bit of reflective properties in it, so it does give you more of a dewy satin finish as opposed to a matte finish. Has more coverage than any other tinted moisturizer on the market. This is a celebrity favorite. They wear this a lot for red carpet events. I know that Elizabeth Beckinsale, Cameron Diaz, Madonna, Demi Moore, there are so many celebrities that are dedicated users to this brand. It's a fabulous brand. So this is another tinted moisturizer, especially if you're somebody that wants a little bit more coverage. Today I have on the Mirabella Cream to Powder. So we have our base. Now what we want to do is just give the face a little bit more color, but remember we want it to look natural. So I always tell my clients, as we age, our skin, our brows and our lips lose their color. And those are the things on our face that actually frame the face. They're going to give us a more youthful appearance. So if you want to get ready quickly and not use a lot of products, those are the 2 areas that I always say you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. Make sure you put color, not a nude, on the lip and fill your brows in. When it comes to the brows, I am not a proponent of pencils, I find that they look very waxy and artificial. Usually when we're filling in our brows, we are trying to create depth. So if you're using a pencil, it's going to either stick to the hair, or if you are getting it to go down to the skin, it's going to look drawn on. So I recommend using an angled brush like this. This is an angled brow brush, very tightly knitted, dense, and angled, with a matte powder eyeshadow. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to brush the brows, get them where you want them, and then take your brush, lightly dip it into the product, and then you will just go and fill them in and create the depth that you want. I find using a powder, it's a lot easier to control the level of depth and the color so that you get a much more natural look. So we have now done the brows, so we want to finish framing out the face, so we're going to do the lips. And I find that the clients that I have that are my age and older, as we get older, we are fearful of color on our lips. And that is the time that we need color the most. Don't get me wrong, I love a nude lip, but after being in a trade show picture with a bunch of other artists, and I was wearing a nude lip and everybody else was wearing color, and I realized how washed out I looked, I was finally convinced that yes, we do need color since we are losing a lot of the color, tone, and texture in our skin. So I like to use Hourglass Liquid Opaque Rouge Liquid Lipstick. This product is fabulous. It's supposed to be a 14-hour wear. You want to make sure that you put it on with a clean lip. They recommend not to have anything on your lip, but I do use a little bit of primer on my lip. Then I will fill my lip in with the Opaque Rouge. This is a beautiful color. This comes in several different shades. This is called Riviera, so it's a pretty orange color, a matte orange with no reflective properties to it. So it's a really pretty color for summer. It is matte, so I am not a proponent of matte lipstick if you have fine lines or wrinkles in your lips, or if your lips are prone to being dry. So I like to take, this is one of my favorite products for summer. Mirabella has two different types of lip pencils. This is called their Lip Luster Liner. So the difference in this lip pencil and other lip pencils on the market is they have added aloe to it. So it's going to have the consistency that is a little creamier, very similar to a lipstick. So you can see how that is movable. It's creamy. So what I do after I put my Opaque Rouge on, I let the Opaque Rouge dry, and then I will line my lips in this and then fill them in. So it's very similar to the color, Koi, and you don't have to touch up. It is 1:45. I have had this lipstick on since 8 o'clock this morning, had a meeting at 9:30 and had coffee, and I have not had to touch up. So that is why I love Hourglass's Opaque Rouge liquid lipstick. Okay, so now we have framed the face. We have our complexion perfector on. Now we're going to go to the eyes. Now at night, if you're going out, you want to have a little bit more definition and draw a little bit more attention to the eye. But for summer, if you look at any of the photos from Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week for spring summer 2013, you will find that the trend is to be very natural, to look like you have no makeup on. So all I did with my eyes is curled my lashes. So by curling your lashes, I always recommend that clients curl their lashes. The older that we are, when we're young, our lashes have a pretty curl to them. But as we age, they slowly lose that curl. And at certain points, they'll actually be, from being like here, they're going to be straight. So when you put your mascara on, somebody's looking at you forward, they're not going to see because the lashes are like this as opposed to being up. So by just curling the lashes, that really opens the eye and makes the eyes look whiter and brighter. So that's all we did there. No eyeshadow or liner or mascara. And then the next thing we're going to do is the cheeks. And I love cream cheek products. That is my preference over powder any day. If you are someone that has oily skin, a lot of times clients will say that they find that their blush sinks into their skin. Typically it's because they're not wearing a primer, so your makeup is not going to stay as long. But if you are someone that has oilier skin and you feel like your cream blush doesn't last, then you can set it with a powder. But today I have on just a cream. There are two products that I love, and both of them are by Hourglass. This is called Illume, and this is their cream to powder blush and bronzer duo. You can see how little I have used in this compact. I have had this for at least 9 months, and I use it almost every day. I may not use the bronzer every day, but I do use the cream blush, and it lasts. It takes just a tiny bit, and it lasts forever. So to apply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a foundation brush. This is Hourglass foundation brush number 2. This is not flat like a typical foundation brush. It's bushy, but it's beveled. So just take the brush, lightly tap it into your product, hold it up against your cheek, and then just lightly blend down until you get to the depth that you want. But typically, that's all you need. Now, my other favorite cream blush, this is actually a cheek stain, a liquid cheek stain. This is by Hourglass as well. It's called Aura. It has more of a sheer finish, and that's what I have on today until I just put the other on. But it's very pretty. It looks very, very natural. It comes in 3 different shades. Petal, which is a very light peach shade, has a little bit of reflective properties in it, so the more sun or tan or pigment that you have in your skin, it won't look as natural as it would on somebody that has really fair skin. So unless you're probably a level 1, maybe level 2 Fitzpatrick, I probably wouldn't recommend it. This color is Flush, which is a rosy shade. This is probably the shade that is going to meet the needs of most women. When you're choosing a cheek color, what you want to think about is the color that your cheeks turn when you flush. So if you are exercising or you are embarrassed when you get that redness to the skin, the flush to your skin, blush is supposed to mimic that. You know, a lot of artists like to refer to it as that blush that you get when you're on a first date. So, you know, think about when you were younger and the shade that you get. You want to go in that shade, that color family to get the most natural look. So if you have deeper skin tones, let's say you're a level 5 or 6 Fitzpatrick, you're probably going to want to go for this product in what's called Rouge. And that color is a little bit more of a wine shade, so it's going to show up more on darker skin tones. So with this product, all you have to do, it has a dial bottom, has a sponge applicator, so you'll just take the product and touch it to your cheek. And I can't use this type of brush because remember I have on a complexion perfector that is a cream that dries to a powder finish. So you can't put a liquid product on top of a powder product because when you're moving it around on the skin, it's going to move what's underneath. So if I were to use that Aura watercolor cheek stain and then use this brush, I would end up with blotchy marks because I'm moving the cream to powder away as I'm trying to blend in the blush. So you want to use a blending brush. And I always tell everyone, if I could only have one makeup brush in my bag, this would be it. This brush can be used for everything. Blending is key in any part of your makeup routine. We want it to look natural, so we don't want to see any hard lines, so this works great to really even it out. So what I do is I take it and then I just blend the color in to diffuse the color, and then that's it. So all it takes is your skin routine, a complexion perfector, frame out the face with your brows, your brow color, and your lip color, curl your lashes and a little bit of cheek color, and you are good to go for a natural day of beauty where it really looks like it's your skin. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's segment and look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic day.